Hey everyone! If you're a student, a young professional, or honestly, anyone still doing everything the hard way, while the smartest people around you are quietly using AI to move faster, think smarter, and build better lives, then you need to watch this video very carefully, because what I'm about to show you today is not hype. It's not some over-exaggerated trend, and it's definitely not another top 5 AI tools video where someone lists the same boring tools everyone already knows. This is different. Today, I'm showing you 5 powerful AI tools that most people still don't know about. Tools that can give you a genuine unfair advantage. In school, in work, in business, and honestly, in life. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Right now, there are 2 types of people being created in this world. The first group keeps doing everything manually. They spend hours researching, hours organizing, hours writing, hours planning, hours editing, hours thinking through problems alone. They work hard, but they move slowly. Then there's the second group. Quietly, almost invisibly, they're using tools that make them 2x faster, 5x smarter, sometimes even 10x more productive. And from the outside, it just looks like they're naturally ahead. But they're not superhuman. They simply understand leverage, and leverage changes everything. A calculator gave leverage. The internet gave leverage. Smartphones gave leverage. And now, AI is creating the biggest leverage shift of our lifetime. The scary part? Most people still don't realize it. They think AI is only for tech people, programmers, Silicon Valley founders, engineers. No, that's old thinking. Today, AI belongs to students, creators, freelancers, writers, teachers, small business owners, anyone willing to learn. And if you learn early, you gain an edge that compounds. Not for a week, not for a month, for years. Let me show you what I mean. A 22-year-old college student in Chicago was drowning in deadlines, assignments, presentations, part-time work, career anxiety, and like most students, he thought success meant working longer hours, late nights, little sleep, constant stress. Then he discovered a simple AI workflow. Instead of spending 3 hours organizing research, he spent 30 minutes. Instead of struggling with presentation structure, AI built the outline. Instead of rewriting drafts, AI helped sharpen them instantly. What used to take 8 exhausting hours now took less than 2. His grades improved. His stress dropped. And most importantly, he got something priceless back. Time. Time to think. Time to build skills. Time to actually live. That's the real power of AI. Not replacing humans, freeing humans, but only for those who use it wisely. And today, I want you to be one of those people. So let's begin with tool number 5, and honestly, this one alone could completely change how you learn. Tool number 5, MY Personal Research Genius. Notebook LM. Most people have a learning problem. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because information today is overwhelming. You open one article, it leads to another, then another, then 5 tabs become 20. Videos, notes, PDFs, lectures, books, highlights, random screenshots saved in your phone, and somehow, despite consuming all that information, you still feel confused. Because information is not understanding. That's where Notebook LM becomes dangerous. In a good way. Here's why. Imagine taking all your messy notes, your class PDFs, your lecture slides, research papers, meeting notes, book chapters, and dropping them into one place. Then imagine having an AI that actually understands your material, not generic internet content. Your material. Now imagine asking, summarize this in simple English. It does. Turn this into flashcards. Done. Quiz me on weak areas. Done. What's the most important concept here? Answered. Explain this like I'm 15. Simplified. Connect chapter 2 to chapter 6. Done instantly. That's insane. And here's the hidden superpower. It turns information into understanding. That changes everything. Think about college students. Most students study hard, but inefficiently. They reread notes, highlight pages, watch endless videos, memorize without deeply understanding. Hours go in, little sticks. Now imagine this instead. You upload everything into Notebook LM, then ask, what are the 20% of ideas I must understand to master 80% of this topic? Boom. Clarity. Ask, what would my professor likely test me on? It identifies patterns. Ask, create a study roadmap for the next 10 days. It structures your learning. That's not just helpful, that's leverage. But it gets even better. Young professionals can use it too. Imagine you're learning marketing, or finance, or coding, or business strategy. Instead of jumping between YouTube videos and random blogs, you build your own private knowledge system. Everything organized, everything searchable, everything understandable. That's powerful. A young analyst in London reportedly used tools like this to summarize dense market reports that normally took hours to digest, freeing up time to focus on insights instead of just reading. The difference wasn't intelligence, it was workflow. And that's the lesson. In the modern world, workflow beats effort. Smart systems beat raw hustle. Leverage beats exhaustion. And here's the dark truth nobody wants to admit. Many hardworking people are losing, not because they lack discipline, but because they're using outdated systems. Imagine racing someone, but they're driving a car and you're running. That's what competing without AI increasingly looks like. Harsh, but true. And we're just getting started, because tool number 4 does something almost unbelievable. It helps you create beautiful professional work in minutes that used to take hours. And when people see what you made, they'll assume you hired experts. You didn't. You simply knew the right tool. Tool number 4, THE Instant Creator. Gamma. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a great idea, but no idea how to present it? Maybe you had to make a college presentation, a project report, a business pitch, a resume portfolio, a proposal, or even content for social media, and suddenly your brain freezes. Not because you lack ideas, but because turning ideas into beautiful work takes time. And honestly, most people aren't designers. Most people struggle with layout, fonts, structure, slides, visual flow, and bad presentation kills good ideas. That's where Gamma changes the game. You type one simple prompt, something like, create a clean, professional presentation on how AI is changing education. And within moments, you get polished pages, beautiful formatting, smart structure, modern visuals, clean storytelling, all done for you. Not boring slides, not ugly templates. Professional work, fast. And here's what makes it dangerous. People assume effort equals quality, but now, quality can come from intelligence. A student in New York City used a tool like Gamma for a startup competition. Instead of spending 6 exhausting hours designing slides, he spent 40 minutes refining ideas. The presentation looked premium, clear, confident, sharp. His team stood out immediately, not because their idea was wildly better, but because they communicated it better. That's the hidden truth. People judge what they see first. Presentation creates first impression. First impression creates attention. Attention creates opportunity. And opportunity changes lives. But this isn't only for students. Imagine you're a freelancer. You need client proposals, pitch decks, case studies, service pages, reports. Instead of building everything from scratch, Gamma helps you create polished work fast. That means less time formatting, more time earning. Young professionals can use it too. Need to impress your boss? Need a quarterly report? Need to explain strategy clearly? Need something executive level without spending all night making slides? This tool becomes unfair leverage. And here's the deeper lesson. The AI era rewards communicators, not just workers. People who explain ideas clearly win. People who present professionally win. People who make complex things simple win. Because clear communication is power. And AI now helps ordinary people communicate like experts. That's a massive advantage. But tool number 3 is where things become serious. Because this next tool doesn't just save time, it protects the one thing most people are silently losing every day, their focus. And in a distracted world, focus is becoming a superpower,